Welcome everyone, A3R here behind the mic. Going to do a little photo montage of how Project 68 came into my possession. So here's the car with the previous owner sitting on a flatbed. Previous owner decided that they wanted to get the car worked on, get it restored a little bit. So they decided to bring the car into Cars by Constance. That would be the shop owned by Constance Nunez of the Netflix show Car Masters. She has her own shop pretty close to Gotham Garage up in Wildemar, California, which is about an hour and a half north of me. So as you can see, the car was pretty rough when they took the car in. Quite a bit of rust, quite a bit of damage to that driver's side rear quarter panel. They did a lot of work for the previous owner, stripping the interior, completely gutting the interior, taking out the dash, taking out all the seats, all the carpeting, in preparation to restore the car. So as you can see from some of these pictures, it's pretty rusty. Here you can see them working on that rear quarter panel. This is all hammer and dolly work done by the team at Cars by Constance. They did not cut out the quarter panel and replace it with a new one. They reworked all of that sheet metal, and it looks really, really good. They did a fantastic job on that quarter panel. If you see it now, you wouldn't be able to tell that it had all of that damage. So they did all of that body work by hand. As you can see, stripped the entire car. Started out life as a drum brake car. Started out life as a pebble beige car. Neither one of those are going to stay around. So they worked on the car. While they were working on the car, working towards the restoration, previous owner had some funding issues and was not able to complete the restoration. So Constance and her team decided that they were going to sell the car to recoup their money. Finished up all the body work, got the car in the paint booth, and had some epoxy coating laid down to prep it for sale. And this is how I saw the car in the Facebook ad. Epoxy coated, cleaned up, very straight. Nice little small block Ford 302, top loader 4-speed, and a 9-inch rear end. Great starting place for a rebuild of a car. These are the first pictures that I took as I was looking at the car. As you can see, once again, it's completely epoxy coated, completely gutted, nothing in the car but the shell. You can see in a couple of these pictures a little bit of pinhole rust in that passenger floor pan. This is one of the things I'm working on one of my other videos, so you can look at that to see how I progress on repairing that passenger side floor pan. But the car is very, very straight. Very little rust, a little bit of surface rust that I'm able to take care of on my own. Great place for me to start working on the car. I can't do the paint and body work, but I can do all the mechanical stuff. So went ahead and made the decision to purchase the car off of them. So I needed somewhere to work on it. So what I decided to do was to buy a 10x17 portable garage from Harbor Freight. Laid this down, bolted it onto some 2x4s, and the 2x4s are bolted on to 4x8 plywood, which sits in my driveway. Has worked fantastically over the year and a half that I've had the car. Haven't had any issues with rain getting on the car. Haven't had any issues with water getting inside of the car. Had some pretty windy days here in Southern California, and the canopy has held up fantastically well. So it's been a perfect place for me to work on the car, come home, open up the carport, and walk in there and do any work that I want to do, work on it on the weekends. So it's been really, really great. So the first place I decided to start my restoration was in the engine bay. As you can see, I laid down some satin black paint in the engine bay. This is just regular spray paint that I got from O'Reilly's. Not super happy with how this paint turned out. It looks really good, but it's not very durable. It's already got some scratches coming onto it. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of touch-up work on that. But that's okay. I can do all of that work before I put the engine back in. So the next place I wanted to work on was the rest of the front clip and the undercarriage and the wheel wells. So went ahead and used Eastwood Extreme chassis paint for the rest of the front clip, the undercarriage and the wheel wells, and this has worked really well. It's much tougher than the regular paint that I got from O'Reilly's, so pretty happy with this. It's a little bit pricier, but that's okay. It's worth the money to have that extra durability. Front suspension is starting to be replaced, new lower control arms, Kelsey Hayes 4-piston style front brakes to replace those drum brakes. So that's going to help stop this car a little bit better. Going to go with power brakes with the power booster in there. So make it a really nice daily driver weekend car. Started work on the 9-inch rear end. Looks like this is a traction lock rear end from what I can tell from my inspections. Disassembled the car, or disassembled that rear end, pulled the center section out, looked at the gearing. All the gearing looks really good. Turns nice and freely, has very little backlash, so it feels like it's a really solid rear end. Obviously that's been upgraded. Took out the drum brakes, put in disc brakes to the rear end, mounted that on to the 1-inch lowering mid-eye leaf springs, so give me a little bit of a drop in that rear end. Dropped it in with QA1 adjustable shocks in the back end. As you can see, the wheel wells have been coated also, and the front end has been coated. I used a Herculiner bed liner for the front and back wheel wells. Went ahead and installed the QA1 coilovers in the front, give it a little better ride. Did the Shelby drop on the front of it, a new export brace. So suspension wise, it should be pretty good to go. Seats are going to be out of a 2001 Mustang. Going to be reupholstered those with the bullet covers, so it'll match the stitching on the back end. Chrome, I'm going to get rid of the chrome as much as I can, and I'm going to have that painted gray. I think that'll look really good with the proposed Acapulco blue. I think that'll look really nice. So this is where we sit with the car as it is right now. Here's that front floor pan. As you know, this is in another one of my videos. So follow along with me, see how this restoration goes, and I hope you have a good Mustang day.